Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your girl Raven, and welcome to the book space. In today's video, we're going to be talking about just a couple different things. I recently went on a trip, and what I read last month, how I'm going to do things this month, and this just might be like one of those chit chat tea videos. Who knows? Anyway, let's get right into it. Let's start off with what I read last month. I think I had, I don't even remember how many books I had on my TBR. I know that I actually got through one of those books, and that book would be Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. I did finish this book. I listened to it. I actually didn't read it physically, but I finished that book, and honestly, it was really good. The ending is what really made me be like, oh yeah, I need to go back and not go back. I need to read Bloodmarked. So yeah, I read that. I also finished Throne of Glass. I forgot that I was also reading that. So I finished Throne of Glass, and that was it. That's all that I finished. Now, for the month of July, truth be told, I don't want to set a TBR for July. I think for me, setting a TBR right now is kind of a challenge. Yes, we love challenges, but I am literally such a mood reader that, like, I can choose some books. Well, it's summertime too, so maybe in the fall we can get back into the TBRs. But summertime, just want things to be like a little bit relaxed and easy going. So I don't think I'm gonna do a set TBR for the month of July. But I will say one book that I've read so far, and I'll put it on screen because I don't have it physically. I definitely listened to the audiobook, and that was None of This Is True. I forgot who the author is, but I'll put it up. None of This Is True. I have started it and finished it already. And honestly, I mean, it was decent, That one also took a little bit of time to get into, but it made me like keep wanting to continue and see what happens. Basically, that book is about there's two women. They were born on the same day, basically birthday twins, as they say in the book. And one of the women is looking at, the life of the other, and I guess kind of wishing she had a different life. And so she basically gets the other woman to do a podcast on her because the other woman does podcasts and stuff already. And when she's doing the podcast with this lady, there's like things that comes out about her life, and it's just a lot of like twists and turns and like crazy things that pop up. Anyway, it was decent, a little decent read. I got through it pretty quick. So I've read that, and you have two books that I've started audio after None of This Is True, or like during, whatever. And those are Bloodmarked, as I said. So I'm definitely starting this up. I want to get to Oathbound. I know that's the next book, and I look at how thick this is. I want to see what's gonna happen in this story. So that's what we're gonna do for this month. Also, I'm going to read Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. That's the next book in the Throne of Glass series. So I am super excited about that because at the end of Throne of Glass, and that's when like things also come into play. So I want to see how that story also unfolds. That's gonna be super exciting. Like I said, I just want to have the month of July to be like easygoing, or the rest of the summer. Anyway, I'll just like hop back in and let you guys know what I'm reading. So I went to Chicago recently and it was a really good trip. I went solo, and one thing I will say is like go on a trip solo. It was just nice to be in another city alone, just like doing whatever I wanted to do. And one of the things I did was I went to the art museum. I love going to museums, period, but going to the art museum, you know, it just like helps me to slow down and look at art and I don't know, just appreciate the like people's creativeness or even like looking at old artifacts and things like that. I also took some Polaroids. Now, you'll learn that I do love photography. Like, that is definitely a passion of mine. And so I took some Polaroids. I took my Polaroid camera. Here are two of them. I wanted to basically kind of like take a picture of where I was staying, you know, make it a little bit like memorable. The second one at the bean, look at that. That looks so good. Yeah. I also went to like the Hello Kitty Cafe. I went to the Harry Potter store. It was like a real adventure. I went to also a bookstore. It is called Exile in Bookville. And it was really nice, like just to go and roam around. I was looking for books kind of based in like Chicago so that I could have, you know, like a stamp of me going there, or even like reading stories or authors or anything that are from Chicago. Those books are, here it is, The Kindest Lie by Nancy Johnson. The next one I have is The Great Believers by Rebecca Makkai. I think this is how you say her last name. I wanted a way to like tie my experience and get to know the city a little bit better, or the people and those aspects. So that is what I got from Exile in Bookville in Chicago. That was a little glimpse of my Chicago trip, the books I read in June, and how I'm gonna do my July TBR, so to speak, but the books that I also want to get into for July. And I am just going to end the video here. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm gonna let that sit with you guys. Anyway, love you. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.